I exposed my religious parents at our Thanksgiving dinner. They were upset with me for living in sin, but I found out that they had a secret of their own. My family is a traditional Baptist family with all the typical Christian rules. No intimacy before marriage, no children out of wedlock, that sort of stuff. I'm not religious in any sense of the word and currently live with my fiancé, which deeply offends my parents. They didn't try to cut me out of the family or anything, but they also didn't speak to me from the moment I moved in with my fiancé to the day I announced our engagement. It's hurt my relationship with them, and for nearly 3 years I didn't see them at all outside of family gatherings. This year the whole family got together for Thanksgiving, and all my parents would talk about is how I'm finally getting married, how happy they are that I'm no longer living in sin and that they don't have to be embarrassed in church anymore. I was planning on letting it slide, but they just wouldn't stop. At some point I started complaining about it to my grandmother, and she let me in on a little family secret. My mom had gotten pregnant with my older brother before she was married to my dad. They eloped and my brother was born the very next day. They've lied about it ever since, so I started up a conversation with them and brought up the topic of my brother's birth. It wasn't the most elegant segue, but seeing their faces go white was well worth it. I said, since I'm working in a maternity ward, I'm training to be a nurse, I'd love to see my brother's and my birth records. Oh, and since I'm getting married soon, could I also see your marriage certificate? I'm so excited for my big day and would love to see something from yours. Everyone started listening in on our conversation, so everyone noticed when my parents, obviously embarrassed, quickly changed the subject. My siblings started trying to figure out what was going on, and by the time Thanksgiving dinner started, everyone knew my parents' dirty little secret. The silence at that table was deafening. I don't think anyone said a single word. Afterwards, my parents blew up at me for exposing a sensitive family matter, so I just told them that lying was a sin, and now that the truth has finally come out, they could stop living in sin. Was it petty? Yes, but it's what they deserved for being hypocrites. My fiancé still wants them at our wedding, but I'm not sure it's a good idea given how awkward Thanksgiving was. Maybe if things cool off before then I'll let them come, but I don't want our wedding to be ruined because everyone else is focused on my parents.